The Life Finder keeps Maev up. It was going to be a close thing.
And healing, what? Get out of, no! No!
Triple stun again. Big flanks coming out from the Blaze.
It's a death metal, though.
Death metal into the double, triple kill.
Welcome everybody to the stream. We are here today to bring you a heroic division matchup between Nsomnia and Yikes S tier. Jeez, I am off my game today. I've been out of it for the last little bit, but I'm back and ready to go with a couple casts tonight. Hopefully we can get into this nice and quickly. To start it off, we'll take a look to see what we have here. Nsomnia won the coin toss. They took map pick. Got bans from Yikes S tier on Towers in Volskaya, and bans on Braxis and Dragonshire from Nsomnia. We're going to be going to Infernal Shrines. This is the number 1 seed against the number 11 seed. Nsomnia looking for some victories to help secure a spot in the playoffs. It's a very tight race down there to see who or what is there, but they do have less games played than a lot of the other teams, so still lots of opportunities for them to find their footing and get back into the set here. I am in the draft screen. I think everybody's get ready. It's not that good. I just gotta get someone to swap me out here because I am not really interested in playing this matchup. Looks like we are gonna have a sub in for Mason Blaze. Go over there and make those adjustments quickly. So we'll have Wally Snit, and instead of Mason Blaze, we are gonna have Flyas Raven coming in. Should be interesting. It's nice and updated. So we're just waiting for it all to come together. I've got a giggling kid over here on the other side. I can't see it. Well, it's a goofy game for our goofy kids, so there you go. 6 minutes over start time. Would really like to get started here. And started. 6. I'd like to get going. Should be an interesting thing. Once we get the start. And I think we're going to be getting into the game right now. Here we go, guys. Do need to swap an option here. Make sure that is off, and then I should be able to tab out. We are in the draft, my bad. Do. And let's see what we can get here. Let's start the match. It's going to be Toronto Ban. Right. Pretty good. Top meta healer. I would like to see what her statistics are in this matchup. There you go. 50% win rate, 33 popularity. A decent pick. Doing all right. Not perfect, but it's not bad. Yeah, there's been a lot of people saying a lot of things, but I say let's just wait to see what happens. 'Cause, it's good to have confidence, but overconfidence can be a problem, and that might be the case here. So we are going to get Hanzo as well as Akira ban. Interesting. I am curious about the Hanzo stats. Kira stats shouldn't really be stats right now. I don't think that there's been any Kira play so far in Heroic. I can pop it up, but I really don't think there should be anything. The Hanzo stats are decent. Okay, so it's 12% popularity with 100%. I am clearly clueless about its play so far in Heroic and the impact that it's had, and it's actually been pretty damn strong. I'm curious also about the Anubrak pickup or ban 2 as well, but I don't think that's been performing well in any division. I'm pretty sure Anubrak has just been bad across the board. In contrast, Johanna, as Anubrak goes down, goes up, so that's the difference here. Oh, we have teams on the wrong side. I should have caught that at the beginning of the match, so let me get my anti-caster trolling tool and fix that up nice and quick. You have a Johanna, a Zeratul, Last Raven coming in on the Zera. And Junkrat being played by Jet. We don't have a Mason Blaze, so Jet's gonna pick it up instead. We did get Anna Greymane on the other side. Interesting pickups. Anna, I think, is an maybe on the overpicked side of things. But, I have to see. Actually, take a look at the Anna stats there. I also want to take a look at the Anna stats are actually good. Must just be lower divisions struggling with it for the most part, which is not a surprise. Also, huge win rate for that. Irel's going to get picked away, so team's paying attention to what John Knight's been playing, and that is going to be picked away. Garrosh going to be picked up by Wally Snett. Yeah, if you want to be coming in talking about how well you're going to do, you better perform. It's okay, like I said, to be confident, but sometimes overconfidence actually can cost you. You're going to see a Chen pick up here, and honestly, Chen's been a good setup. Irel, I think, actually statistically has not been performing well in this division. I think John Knight has been the only one managing to pick up wins. Yeah, look at that, 17% win rate. John Knight hasn't lost on the hero yet this season, but on the flip side of that, it has not been winning at all. So it'll be interesting. We do get a Maiev. That's an actually good pickup. I like the Maiev. It is very all in with the Greymane, but I do think it's a good setup, and I like this draft. Like, both teams have very good drafts. From my perspective, I like Junkrat Zeratul combinations. It's super good on the macro side of things. Like, very, very, very strong. So we're just getting into the in-game. My overlays are not working properly. There we go. And here we go into the game number 1. Make sure my update went through. Perfect. I mean, Jamster might be the original Aurel. I was just looking at the statistics saying 17% win rate. Means it's not been winning, so... Yet. Yikes S tier hasn't lost a set. So, and they've been running the Aurel, so we'll see. Anyways, let's bring up the sides. We are on the blue side, Nsomnia, which you guys are trolling me with the wrong sides. Battle Chat on the Maiev, Psycho on the Ana, French playing the Grey main, Jamster on the Aurel, and Wally Snit on the Garrosh. On the other side, we have Yikes S tier, Flyest Raven on the Zeratul, Jet playing the Junkrat, Cubico on the Deckard, Shredded Oof on the Johanna, and John Knight 1 on the Chen. And a throw immediately onto Johanna, and she doesn't take pretty much any damage. Traits out anyways, but quite literally could have walked out of there without using trait. Though there might have been a couple follow-up CC to that, so I'm probably completely wrong. See, a bit of pressure going on to French. Another throw in, another trait proc, and that's going to be it. Zeratul already down here. Looking to stall at the rotation, nobody too aggressive. Flyest Raven's going to move slightly out of the way, but he doesn't get the throw on him because he's invisible. I'm pretty sure Wally saw him, but and went for the throw, but you can't throw him if he's invisible. You have to uninvisible him first. So we'll pull up the level 1s quickly. I'm going to try to be good on making sure this is up and down frequently. We are going to get Bonds of Justice. I like Bonds of Justice. It does give you a little bit, if you can get it nice and stacked early, it gives you a really nice damage boost that I think is actually pretty good. But I think on a map like this where macro is so good, you know, there's so many arguments for Nishas, and if it's employed appropriately, it's such a good talent. We're gonna see camps being taken on this side, Yikes S tier, as well as Nsomnia getting theirs. And everybody's pretty much even on experience. Shredded Oof watching the bottom, making sure that they don't get anything for free. Flyest Raven's gonna maybe rotate in there. Does not get knocked out of stealth in time for the throw to come through. 4-man rotation in the mid lane to clear up the camp. And that's gonna be that. Junkrat's gonna go down bottom and get advantage here. Throw out on Shredded Oof so he doesn't get a good pull in. And they're just going to kind of push up this wave. Junkrat's going to get some good wave clear, but they do still get the rotation here in time to get the get it. But I think Rel has been getting boxed out of experience out here. He's not wanting to step up into this Chen. As I imagine the fight hasn't been going very well. I'm going to try to keep an tabs on that for the most part. Yeah, I agree, Ryokai. You've got a lot of melee. Joe's actually pretty good into it. Lots of auto. You know, most melees are auto attack based. You know, with the exception of things like Alarak. I mean, Maev's kit is very ability oriented, but she has to be able to land auto attacks for her W to even work. And her auto attacks hit pretty hard, so like you definitely want to weave those in. So it's going to be interesting, but you know, we do have quite a bit of melee on the side of Yikes S tier too as well. And you know, diving in against Garrosh can be pretty scary too as well on the other side. Plus lots of melees give, you know, makes it easier for Aurel to land those combos. So we're going to see Garrosh step up here into Shredded Oof. They're going to boop him back. 10 already taken on the Shrine there. Nsomnia doing a pretty good job zoning things out. But I think Yikes S tier doesn't really care about this. Like, if they can get a good pick off on someone, they'll go for the Shrine. But for the most part, I think they're just going to push up the wave here and let Zeratul double soak. And Zeratul is one of the best heroes in the game for double soaking. And I think we are going for Q builds. So that's the thing. Like, Q builds are all about that late game. They don't care much about the early game. They could care less about losing a structure here and there. As long as they can get to 1620, that's what they're going to bank on Zeratul to come online. Let's take a look at the damage numbers we see here. Chen actually at the top here, as he was able to kind of lane it heavy into Aurel. That is going to be first round going to Nsomnia, but we do see a half a level experience advantage here from the double soak from Zeratul, as Jamster's finally coming down to actually match it. Chen is also going to split off, so this is going to push up. Not a lot of damage being put on this. Wally Snit over the, came around the backside just to be able to put pressure on it. Shredded Oof, though, I don't know if he does have traits, so he's going to trait out the follow-up. And that's going to be the first Punisher going down. It gets good value, front wall, half a fort. But again, this is the trades, but we do still see an experience advantage on the side of Yikes S tier, and they should be able to maintain that. They have the advantage now, and so as long as they're clearing the waves, they shouldn't fall behind. We are going to see the rotation come down into the bot lane, so they're doing the exchange. Gonna put Chen into the top lane. He doesn't need to be right now, so he's gonna help move into the mid lane to help clear that up. Bottom camp's going to be picked up. That'll help actually catch up a little bit of the experience for sure. Drunkrat already working on his own camp here. We're going to see Johanna actually walk into this. He's going to get thrown out, and now I think he's overcommitted. French is going to do his best to put pressure into it. We are going to get a nice route into a knockback. Body blocks could have killed him, but Shredder Doof's health bar was a little bit scary. Nice damage coming in from Flyest Raven. It's going to put a little bit of pressure onto Greymane, but nothing else happens. They do manage to get that camp, and like I said, it's going to catch them up a little bit here in the experience department. Still, 10s look like they're going to be taken. Jet did make the rotation down, so he didn't clear this up yet. That respawn, we're going to see Flyest Raven coming here to make sure that happens. He's just going to nope over the wall. Yeah, Wally's got to be careful, though. If he gets booped into that area, it's a very scary kind of situation to be in. No one to soak that minion. That's going to help make the difference here. But the engagement coming in on Wally's net, and now Garrosh's mobility is going to be punished. That's going to be a 5-man kill. 10s are picked up. And that's a good spot for Yikes Esther to be in. They're going to clear up this bottom lane. French still a little bit out. He could get caught there, but no, none of the rest of the rotation came in. And I think Blessed Shield, although was still up, that could have been scary. Had Shredded Oof made that rotation down there at the same time, that could have been a dead Greymane. So Fly's Raven getting a little cheeky here, seeing if he can snipe the well. French in position to help stop those shenanigans from happening. Top lane's gonna clear it up, a couple minions lost. Rotation is gonna be a little slow from John Knight to clear that up. So a tiny little bit of an advantage there. Welcome, Satat, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you showing up to the thing. If you have not already, please do hit the follow button. Do appreciate all of the views and follows from everyone. So top bruiser is going to be picked up by both sides, although advantage I think goes to Nsomnia due to the fact that they've done damage into that top lane. And they're going to get advantage here again onto the shrine. Not a huge one, and Shredder Oof getting poked down pretty hard. A lot of pressure coming out. Huge stay a while and listen to set up a 2-man VP. That's going to be a pick off onto Ana. Riptire's going to come through, and things not looking great for Insomnia. That's going to be 2 kills. Jamster low. Battle Jet has had a half health, and Cubico's going to keep everybody alive. This is the thing about Deckard Cain. If you can't pull out the big burst damage to get kills immediately, he just sustains things through fights so well. Pop up the talent so everybody can take a quick look to see kind of what's going on here. We do have Cursed Bullet. Cursed Bullet, interesting to me, as there are 2 major ways that their frontliners deal with that, which of course is trait by Johanna, can nullify a major effect of that ability, as well as Panda Pals here. Storm, Earth, and Fire actually is quite good in mitigating a cursed bullet blow up. So if you don't get that initial burst damage kill, not sure if it's going to get more value than you would get out of Go for the Throat, which is going to be very good at picking off low health target heroes like Junkrat and Zeratul. But they are slippery, so, you know, good argument. Nice aggression coming out from Yikes S tier. They're really putting on the sauce. There goes the stay a while and listen. Doesn't really land on anyone, and Flystraven actually gets picked off. So a little bit of good things going for them, but Wally Snit trying to get out of here. I'm not sure if the taunt was actually very well placed, as that kept everybody on top of him. He couldn't quite peel out. That's going to be a 2-for-1. So they do get the kill on Flystraven, which is good. Maiev really taken off. I've been liking the Maiev play. I've been playing safe, making sure that he gets a lot of those Q resets in there and getting a lot of damage in. Battle chat really showing how it's done on the Maiev. Unfortunately, though, Junkrat's damage has been a big issue here, and those stay a while and listens from Cubico have been fantastic. 2 of them now pretty much secure team fight wins. And that's the effect that, you know, good supports really have on the game. And Decker Kane, I mean, that's a huge playmaking ability. Like, big time. There's your level 13s. Pretty much the typical everything. Everything is very much standard. Super Healing Potion has kind of taken over for Ancient Blessings as the nerfs have finally come through. Which was warranted, as Ancient Blessings is one of those talents that was basically heroic on a level 13 talent tier. As it just did so much freaking damage when used appropriately, and healing for that matter. Is basically like it was basically a mini, what do you call it, Bloodlust. And here comes the rotation, 4-man against 5-man in the bottom lane. Zeratul finally coming in. Pandapal's gonna be popped. Big, this is gonna be a huge combo. Yeah, I think with Pandapals, which was stalled out properly into the VP, plus the Riptire, there's going to be a kill on Greymane. Not a lot of damage left over here, although Battle Jet doing a fantastic job on the resets there on the Panda Pals. Those Panda Pals got super low, but here's the problem. Like, when you have early Panda Pals like that, especially things stalled out so that, or through the Void Prison like that, it just means that if you don't kill him in Panda Pal form, he's just gonna pop up with full health. And look at the health bars here. Like, if Maiev or Irel get out of here, I just don't think that's gonna happen. So we do have a DC coming through. So I'll just pop it to my screen here. So we're not just looking at a pause screen while we wait for the game to get into place. So yeah, I mean, Yikes S tier definitely ahead so far in the game. 7 kills to 1. Junkrat, 25,000 damage. The next highest is Chen with 17,000, and then Maiev at 16. Looks like we're ready to get back into the game. I'm definitely ready, although you can't see it. Hopefully people are tuned in. I'm good to go. I can't say it in there, guys. I was like, how do I indicate to them that this needs to happen? So it looks like Jamster's gonna get out, but Wally Snit kind of walked back in, unfortunately, looking to peel, and that's gonna be 2 more kills. So things going from bad to worse here for Nsomnia. Bottom lane is actually in scary position, and now we have 16s. And this is when Zeratul starts to become a real problem. He can still definitely be picked off here, and Void Prison did get nerfed a little while back to not do 60% damage. It does 40%. So it was a big nerf, definitely a big nerf. But it's still, the cooldown reduction and 40% extra damage on top of it is still a lot. Yeah, the 3-second cooldown reduction just makes that thing come in, and when you're hitting 2 heroes for 40% on top of the regular damage, it's a lot. Plus the tick damage after that also is bonused, so I can't remember if it bonuses that. Yeah, I think so, just because it just increases the damage in general to the ability. So I think that it actually does that. Kime, it's not my job to actually do it. I'm not supposed to do it. It is up to the teams themselves to do the pause. That is actually a straight up caster like guideline. We're not supposed to do it. But yeah, so this is gonna be picked up by Yikes here, and this will be the first one going their way. In fact, we see Nsomnia saying, well, we don't have 16, so we can't fight them, so we're just gonna push in the bottom lane, maybe get this fort out of the way so that we can relieve some of the catapult pressure coming in. And we're gonna see the response from Yikes S tier as well. We're just gonna take the fort in the lane that has the boss coming through. Aurel has to deal with the top lane push in the first place. And yeah. Uh-oh. Hey, stop attacking my cords, cat. So big hop coming in from the Punisher. Is this a frozen Punisher? It is. Thing about I really like about frozen Punishers is that they stall out the damage happening to themselves with it. Combine that with like a Sylvanas, and these things live forever. Huge engagement coming on a Jamster, and he might get picked off here. He does drop his ultimate, but the stay a while and listen is going to actually kind of mitigate some of that out. We see a big Riptire come in on top, kills the Greymane, kills the Aurel, and this could be dangerous, although Flash Driving is low. I don't know if they really want to go for core here. They do get 2 kills. But it looks like that is the call. So Battlejet gonna see if he can get in here onto Cubico or Jet. Good throw. He's gonna stun in. Look at that! Taunt value! Man! Battlejet got a ton of resets, but it was Garrosh that goes down. And so staggered deaths could cause them here, though we do have very low health pools. Battlejet, amazing. Just completely got out of that. Like, even if they lose here, that's highlight reel material, but it looks like they might get the pickoffs here. John Knight, super low. He's gonna die to the stagger. And I just don't know how well everyone's gonna get out here. Fly is Draven doing his best. Peel out. Jet's gonna easily get away. I think you go for that anyways. You're so far ahead on the map. 29% on the core is totally worth 3 deaths. You could potentially, especially after getting the kill on Garrosh, which means they don't really have any way to mount up an offense onto the bottom lane there and actually look to take anything. Battlejet, though, the MVP, he is absolutely the one. Oh, okay, sorry. I was just like, yeah, it's not my job to pause, but okay, that's not what you were saying. That makes sense. It kind of is bad form to do it during a fight, but at the same time, it was kind of after the fight had ended. And if their bot just like walks into them or whatever the case is and dies further, I don't think most people should have too much of a problem with that pause. I think it's fine. I don't know. It's one of those things where, like, you could probably argue that it's a little BM, but at the same time, I understand. Like, you want to mitigate your losses after a lost team fight, and the last thing you need is a bot walking in there and dying for no reason, or trying to be in the middle of the lane while you're getting chased down, that kind of stuff like that. So, if they were about to, like, had the chance to turn the fight around, I think maybe it's BM, but it wasn't going to happen. So they're sharking with 20s. There goes a VP onto Ana. But not as many as you'd want to hit. There goes the stay a while and listen, though. That's going to secure the kill onto Ana. I think she's going to go down here. Bandabel's making sure that's the case. And we'll see what they can get out of it. Those resets, though, coming in from Maiev are so good. I really like all of those Qs coming out from Maiev, doing a fantastic job. But Arel goes down. They do get the chase down, do get the kills. For your level 20 talents, people can see. The thing is yeah, level 20 Zeratul is just a beast. His damage probably did ramp up a bit near the end there. That's going to be game number 1 going to Yikes S tier. So I was informed at the beginning of the stream that Nsomnia was pretty sure this was going to be the easiest 2-0 of their lives. Unfortunately, it looks like the 2-0 dreams have been shattered.
That off the record?
Well, it was in my chat, so.
Okay. Then it's not, alright.
Really solid play by every member of Yikes S tier. The Deckard, like, stay a while and listen, set up so many good fights. You know, Johanna never fed any bad, mitigated everything, was in a good position. The only time she died, just like everyone else, really was under that core call, which, again, totally warranted core call, even if you lose heroes there. There just wasn't anything that could come back to bite you, really, in any spot. Chen doing a good job on the soak. He was out-soaked by Arel, which makes sense. We had kind of it being covered, though. You can look at the 26,000 here. Zeratul was kind of handling it on the other side. And that's what the thing you can do with Zeratul. All the way up until level 20, he's just really good at making sure that he gets all those, gets that wave clear. He's got some of the fastest, after level 4, pretty much wave clear in the game. And we see that with the amount of actual damage. But honestly, Maiev, Battlejet, he played fantastic on that hero. I was very impressed with the Maiev play. That is a scary hero in that guy's hands. And I've been wanting to prove my own Maiev play. I think I know who to bug about it. Battlejet is a fantastic player. Here's the talents, though, everyone can take a look at really quick before we go on to the break. Yeah, we'll be going from there. So, anyways, let's pop into a "We'll be right back" screen, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We are here for game number 2 between Yikes S tier and Nsomnia. Yikes S tier going up 1-0 against Nsomnia in this best of 3 series. So we'll see if we can get the equalizer here from Nsomnia, or if we're going to get the 2-0 domination from Yikes S tier, as they kind of have been going throughout the season. As a quick reminder, this is the number 1 and number 11 seed, so Yikes S tier is favored in this matchup. Here is the overview, as we've swapped everybody to the appropriate sides. Yikes here on the red side, and Nsomnia on the blue. And yeah, so we got the picks and bans. I think correct. Let's see if that's updated appropriately. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Right, what I needed to do is swap over the my bad. Anyways, it doesn't matter. The bans are in reverse order because I didn't edit them after the swap. But no biggie, I don't really care. It's not a major issue. So there you go. I'll sort it out after the game. I'll sort it out now while we're getting into the thing, because that does definitely need to be. So it's going to be towers. Regenshire. All right, now it's proper. All right, we're getting right into the game now. Are we on the draft screen? We are. Fantastic. All right, let's see how this goes. Up, game 1 in the best of 3 series. Let's see if Nsomnia makes any changes with the first pick here on what they're going to ban in. And we immediately see a difference in bans with an Abathur. On BOE. Hasn't been performing well in Heroic Division, actually. Abathur hasn't been doing what he generally does, which is just dominate win rates. Tron going to be the ban. We saw it in the last one. I don't think I need to pop that back up again. I'm going to be looking to see what else we can get. Tronda, though, very good hero. Above 50% win rate in Heroic Division. Chen's going to be the man. So, was too much to handle in game number 1. There are the Chen stats, and that should not surprise anyone. It was very powerful. It did a lot of work. 62% win rate in Heroic Division means it is a strong pick. That is above average win rate. That is a great win rate. Kira again going to be the ban. And we're going to get Battle Jet on Hanzo. And we're going to get Tassadar coming in from Yikes S tier. I like it. So Hanzo is definitely something that was banned and was a strong pickup for Battle Jet so far. So I think, well, I don't know. I mean, actually, I haven't really seen many Nsomnia games. So we're going to get the Tasvala into Greymane Diablo Hanzo. So back onto the Greymane. So I want to take a look at the Vala stats, because I don't know how frequently this has been picked in this division. 26%, definitely up from last season, and 50% win rate's reasonable. A good win rate. Diablo, though, I'm pretty sure is sitting low in every division right now, and that is the case still. Still popular at 58%, though that's dropped down from previous seasons. But that win rate is low at 38. 36 or something. Not great. Now Furion being banned out, 75% win rate, only 4% popularity. And ETC is going to be the next one. This was not even contested in the last game, but it should have been. 59% popularity with a 65% win rate says this is a good hero, guys. And we're gonna get Mal'Ganis Valera. Things are going crazy here. Valera, I'm gonna pop up, hasn't been played. Just flat out has not been played. 0% across the board. Well, it's either going to remain 0% or it's going to be 100% after this game. Mal'Ganis is a 2% popularity in Heroic Division, but also has a 0% win rate. So no one getting any wins off of that hero, but we're going to see if that is going to change here. Anduin being picked up, I think very strong healer. But again, the win rate hasn't been reflecting that. It's been slowly climbing though. And I think Anduin is just one of those heroes that people still just have to get used to really getting value out of. I think that, yeah, he's just got some skill differences. There's Varying going to be picked up. Again, all of these heroes that we have picked up actually sitting at pretty low win rates. Greymane, actually, I'm kind of curious about too as well. Yeah, pretty much across the board, they're all pretty low. And of course, I got way too much into my stats and got behind in putting up teams. Ready? But I should have it in time, no biggie. We're gonna get a variant in the off lane, so I wonder if it's going to be... Yeah, we're all good. I have my graphic properly set up. We are good to go. Game number 2. Let me know what you guys think of this draft. It's a doozy. It's definitely an odd one on both sides. I mean, you know, Nsomnia's draft's a little more standard. I think the variant is a bit of an out of left field pick, but still not out of the realm of reasonable. Although heroic division win rate so far has not been favoring that draft. At least if you're looking individual statistics. Pull up the graphic. We are starting on the blue side. Nsomnia looking for the equalizer. Wally Snet on the Diablo. French on the gray main. Battlejet on the Hanzo. Psycho playing Anduin and Jamster on the variant. On the right side, we have Yikes Esther looking for that 2-0 domination to continue their top tier standings. Shreddy Doof on the Mal'Ganis. Flystraven on the Vala. Jet on the Tassadar. Cubico playing Ariel. And John Knight 1 on the Valera. So, let's see how opening handshake goes here. Ball is going to get flipped immediately. Shield's going to come out to keep his health bar up, but the damage is still coming through. Takes half the health damage there. Nice heal coming in from Cubico. Shredded Oof also taking quite a bit. They got really aggressive there, trying to put some damage in, and I think the overall damage trade goes in favor of Nsomnia to start. But of course, it is Ariel who's got pretty dang consistent heals as long as you're doing damage, and that's what Flystraven's going to be doing, although he dives in under towers. And takes a ton of damage for his trouble. There goes the shield, but it's immediately deleted by the Hanzo. Flystraven's got to be careful here. There's a lot of good damage dealers here. And in fact, all 3 of these guys can really burst her down. French is going to get knocked into the walls, into a leap from Mal'Ganis. I think it came out at the same time. That was weird. But they're going to really push up here on this wall. Engagement onto a minion from Diablo, just trying to get some angle there onto Flystraven. Great burst coming in from Hanzo. That's, I think, one thing we got to watch out here for. Battlejet was really good on that Maiev in game number 1, and, you know, with those skill shots with the Qs, he got a ton of resets. So on another skill shot hero like Hanzo, which I'd say arguably is a little bit easier to land consistently. Although I think that's arguable from all angles. Great pressure, though, does get the kill onto Diablo. Let's take a look at the top lane. We have Valera versus Varian. Yeah, I think both those guys are just going to hang out. I don't know. Pre-4, Valera should have the advantage, but yeah, they're just going to sit. Just going to hang out top lane, not do anything. Damsel's going to wait for 4, and God Knight's just going to hang out. We do see a sneaky rotation from Greymane, though it might have been called out here by teammates. There goes the engagement. There is no taunt or anything, though, that's going to hold him in place. Once he sees the Greymane, kind of makes this rotation a little bit pointless. Like, it didn't really do anything except to maybe get priority on this camp up here, which is good. Bottom camp was already taken here by Yikes S tier. Which is why we see a slight advantage here in the experience. That plus the kill on Diablo. So we do have Bruiser Camp. He's going to scout this out. And the problem is his French is really low. This is actually a real problem. That's 17 health. He's going to get peeled out by Twin Blades Varian. John Knight going to do his best to lock him down. But they could lose 2 heroes here as the rotation comes through. And the double healer plus Valera is going to get the second kill. They're also going to get the second camp. And we already have Vala and Mal'Ganis working on this thing. So, I mean, really, positionally speaking, Yikes Esther miles ahead. They're actually a level lead here. Have almost got the halftime show. They took a small break to come down here and clear up this camp here in the bottom lane, which got almost no value. They gave up a little bit of damage onto the screen. Oh, jeez. What happened? At what point did that happen?
It was fun.
Okay, good. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know when that button got hit. I haven't moved, so... At least you can hear me, you know, casting it, but it only popped up a couple seconds ago. I apologize for the loss of everything there.
Might be longer. I'm sorry.
But TLDR, Yikes S tier leveraged a lead into an Immortal. They did actually trade out quite a bit of the shield, though. So we got really good burn there with Hanzo Greymane. We got to keep that in mind, too, as well. That the burn is still very much in their favor. I have no idea how that even happened. Weird. I mean, it's just... The keypad's right here. It's just weird. Might have been. French, though, might be in a bit of trouble there. I think the damage is going to come through. Yep, that's going to be the kill. Cubico securing it. So top port went down despite the fact that this had a pretty small shield on it. It got good value. It was able to get kills, top fort, and looks like keep wall. I don't know if they're going to push hard into this now. It's still even talent tiers, so it's going to be a little risky, I think, to go in. But Wally Snit did step up far enough to be punished here. He does get the flip dive into Shredded Oof, and now he's the one in trouble. Tower does go down, though. I think we're going to see the call for retreat coming out from Yikes S tier. There's not a whole lot more they can get done in that lane. So, Jamster here working on this. Now we're going to get the engagement coming in from John Knight, and the rotation is here. Look at that. I mean, flat out Valera won the 1v1. That's the thing, is Varian is great when he isn't CC'd. But if he's CC'd, especially since the problem with Valera too as well, is that there's a blind right after it too as well. So when you get hit by cheap shot, you also get blinded. And for Varian, that's like a 1-2 punch. Like, you get CC'd for a period of time where you can't auto attack and heal, and then you don't auto attack and heal because you're blinded. You can't hit anything. Cubico getting pretty low there on the push. They're going to see if they can press up here. Fly Straven going in to see if he can put some more damage onto Varian. Shredded Oof just getting into that backline. He's going to take a lot. Think about Mal'Ganis too, as well, as if you're not CC focus firing him. It's kind of like Varian in that sense. That he can just re-heal himself, and he's got lots of ways to mitigate damage and sustain fights. Mal'Ganis is definitely one of those frontliners that is like, oh, what a good engagement. John Knight just really looking to pressure Jamster here, and there's really not a lot he can do about it. That matchup is just not good for him. But the point I was trying to get at is that Mal'Ganis, I think, is a problem twofold. He's a struggle to get to work in a lot of situations, like if they have a lot of good CC and burst damage, which is common in almost every draft. He can be a real problem to hit. And second fold on that is you have to be positioning and hitting the buttons really well. Like, play has to be good, and you just don't know if there's good enough Mal'Ganis players to get that value. We see Shredded Oof actually getting a lot of pressure in here, and that's going to be a kill onto Anduin. John Knight finding the kill. Battle Jet below 100 health, barely gets out, uses his ninja jump to get himself over the wall and out of trouble. Adrian going to come back in onto John Knight. He's going to just use his heroic to mitigate any extra damage there. Halftime show was picked up by Yikes S tier. Instead of clearing out the bottom camp, now they're going to send Tassadar down to do it, which is fine. Cass is actually pretty good at doing that kind of thing. The Tickle Beam. Getting it done. That's going to be the second objective going to Yikes S tier. We are an even talent here, so this is the moment. This is the time. But the shield on this is huge. Base versus the last one having almost no shield. This is a scary spot for Nsomnia. They're plinking away at the shield as best they can. And doing pretty good. Not doing bad. Hanzo Grayman from the range is doing an alright job on it. But wall did go down, so that's where the engagements start coming in and trying to zone everyone off of the Immortal. Shield goes down, but I'm pretty sure that is going to... Nice Light Bomb is going to secure maybe a kill on a Shredded Oof, although the the Crystal Aegis comes out and keeps him alive, and that's actually going to turn around that fight, go into kills onto both frontliners. It is a Souls reset for Wally Snit, so he's still back in. Might be able to get the combo kill onto Fly Straven, but a good Rain of Vengeance keeps that from happening, and he stays alive. And now this is really a struggle spot for Nsomnia. This could be the end of the game. Kill on Hanzo almost guarantees it, although it does go down. This is still a scary spot. We'll see if they can end here, but it looks like S tier might be pulling back, but if they get the kill on Diablo, that could change things. There goes a good engagement from French onto Jet to see if they can secure the kill. But that's probably going to be it, folks. I think with that kill onto Anduin, I don't know. This has been stalled out long enough. Death timers are low enough. They do get a kill onto Jamster. And I think with the shield down and the fact that it is Vala Ariel here, it's probably going to be the end of the game. That's going to be GG. So it's going to be 2-0 domination for Yikes S tier. Only one dying, and that was Tassadar on the side. A good set of games there for them. So I do have time for a interview, so we will definitely bring somebody in here to talk about this matchup. And of course, the glitch comes through, and there are no stats at the end for anyone to see. I apologize for that. That sucks. What a shame. Alrighty then. Let me switch the audio here. Headset. Switch this to the appropriate logo. All right. Really, I just need to get into a lobby.
Powering on. Mic on.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hey. How are you doing?
Good. Congratulations on the 2-0 domination. I heard
Thanks.
in chat from Richard Gere saying that French was pretty sure that this was going to be the easiest 2-0 of his life. I'm not sure.
Really?
I'm not sure what direction he meant that comment to be in, but it clearly went in your favor. How are you guys feeling?
Yeah. I mean, I feel pretty good after that win. I mean, you know, we try to approach every rematch the same way. You know, like, you know, no matter who the opponent is, it could be a Div D team, it could be, you know, freaking Team Feedom. We just try to draft, you know, as well of a draft as we can. In game 2, we did have a little bit of fun with the draft, but you know, I still think that the Volatastar is, like, you know, is a pretty try hard draft, and you know, so we just approached them like we did anyone else, and I guess we just let the results speak for themselves.
Yeah, game number 1 was, you know, a standard draft. We haven't seen a lot of Zeratul in the lower division since the changes, but still maintaining a pretty popular pick rate and win rate here in the top lane. Flystraven coming in as a sub to help you guys out there. Seemed pretty comfortable for you guys in game number 1.
With the Zera pick, yeah. Well, I mean, Flyst, he's just kind of like he's not a Zera one trick, but he loves his Zera tool, and we figured we have him as a sub, we might as well just let him play Zera, So we had fun with that.
Yeah, I mean, although I will have to say that Battlejet was getting a ton of resets off of Pandas in particular, but a lot of you guys' team there, were you concerned, especially at the end there when you guys were trying to end the 29%? And I really think that he pretty much solo defended that with all of those Q resets.
Yeah, no, he played really, really well there at the end. He managed to get us whenever we clumped up, and he got a lot of Q resets, and we just, I don't know, we just weren't coordinated at the end, and so we couldn't either focus him or the core, and so I mean he did play really, really well, defending the core there. All of them did, but it was also part of a lack of coordination on our part. But we just eventually decided to back up. Well, the ones of us that lived at least decided to back up, and we just decided to play our advantage and just get the Punisher.
Yeah, it was a very sustained approach in game number 1, and the Decker Kane, I think, really set up a lot of the plays with those. I'm pretty sure Cubico hit 3 or 4 just money stay a while and listens that really kind of set up a lot of those fights into win mores. Is it just that map in particular that you guys liked it, or is it just suit the draft, or kind of what's the Decker Kane idea?
So Deckard, I would say, is pretty good when it comes to maps that require a lot of zoning. So like a lot of people, or like point fights. So like he's picked often on Sky. He's picked often on Dragonshire because controlling the tri-brush is very, very important. And so Infernal Shrines also has a lot of point fights, obviously the Shrine point. And so he's just a very, very good pick there too, because he's just very good at bunkering down on one point, and we figured we'd pull him out. And Cubico has been taking a liking to Deckard, so we just figured we'd pull it out.
Yeah. So a few things to talk about in game number 2. But the one that I want your perspective on is Mal'Ganis. 2%, yeah, 2% popularity rate so far in Heroic Division with 0 wins. What exactly inspired you to pick that hero, and what's your current kind of opinion on him?
So what inspired me to pick that hero was I just saw, right, so I looked at their draft and I saw that they had Diablo, Greymane, and Hanzo. And so Mal'Ganis is very, very good into a lot of melee because you can get a lot of value off of his abilities. He's also very, very good if the opponent doesn't have a lot of CC. And although Diablo is CC, he's not like multi-target CC. He's probably not going to charge me on Mal'Ganis unless I play like a freaking idiot. So I just figured that's prime time for Mal'Ganis. I really, really like the hero. I've always kind of wanted to pull him out, and I just saw that draft as an opportunity to pull him out there. In terms of what I think about Mal'Ganis, like the state of Mal'Ganis as a tank, there's probably better options as tank, but I just really wanted to get, I wanted to play Mal'Ganis, and I thought that draft allowed me to play him. So
I mean, I think those are plenty of fair points, and the thing about Mal'Ganis is if he's played well, he's incredibly hard to kill, and he can definitely disrupt the back line. So, and they didn't really have they had plenty of burst, but like you said, if they don't have good, reliable CC to lock him down for long periods of time, kind of gets hard to focus on Mal'Ganis. And if you can't focus him down, he's probably going to survive, as he's got so many ways to get himself out of trouble, mitigate damage. I honestly think that he's sometimes kind of undervalued, but at the same time, he's probably not a top tier tank. He's not a Johanna. He's not Garrosh. He's not ETC in the meta right now. But I do think he's still got a place, and you guys showcased him really well. Now, I was going to ask about the Valeera, as that was a hero that has not been picked in Heroic Division at all. I know that John Knight's been talking about it for quite a while and brought it out. And again, how do you feel like it worked out here? I thought it was good into the variant in particular, is it basically hard counters that hero.
So we just wanted to draft the Valeera top because, it counters variant. It also counters Greymane. It counters Hanzo. It counters Anduin. Like it countered so many people on their team, and so we just figured we would pull it out because we've always been wanting to try and do it, just kind of see what it's like. It seems like it worked pretty well, so
Yeah, I mean,
we've got that in our pocket now.
Yeah, and it looked good. Tasvala is not all that surprising, although it hasn't been really picked up on this map in a while. But good to see it. And with the Ariel combo too as well, just gave you guys infinite sustain. Nice to see Ariel come back in. Nice to see Tassadar. I think with Vala popping up in the meta, both those heroes generally become a little bit more popular.
Yeah, I'm actually really, really happy for the Vala buffs. I really, really love doing Vala comps. I just think it's very, very fun to play. And, it isn't like a standard comp, right? Like, at least it isn't a standard comp now. So it's kind of like, another comp to draft. And I just think that, if there's multiple viable comps out there, it makes the meta game very, very fresh. And so, I just kind of love that comp to be able to draft it. So,
yep. So, let's do need to wrap this up soon, so I'll get you guys to the shout outs, but I did want to ask really quick, how are you guys feeling? And I think you guys have taken out pretty much all the top teams so far, that are sitting near the top of the standings. You guys have played Mismo Skill Shots, or those guys next week?
We have not played them yet.
Yeah.
I believe they're a flex match of ours. So whenever Jet gets around to scheduling it, we will play Mismo Skill Shots. And then Celeb Gaming is our last regular match, I believe. It's week 9 regular match. Yep. So I would say if you're asking me which team I'm afraid of, probably Mismo Skill Shots and Celeb Gaming. I think we can take Mismo Skill Shots. Like, they're going to be challenging, but I think we can take them. I don't know about Celeb Gaming, honestly. I think it's going to be a good game, regardless of how it goes.
I mean, they did go 2-1 with Keanu Reeves. Which gives credence to a team that you guys managed to beat, albeit in a 2-1 series as well. It's should be. Wait, did you guys 2-0 them, or was it 2-1? I can't remember.
It was a 2-1. Yeah.
So I mean, if they got close, you guys have a chance to do it as well. And I think everyone's gonna be watching for that game. I think that's the big showcase match at the end of the regular season before we hit playoffs. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, so it's certainly the one we're getting ready for.
Absolutely. Anyways, go ahead with the shoutouts.
Shoutouts. I want to shout out my team, Jet. Beastin like always. I love the guy. His comms are great. Just great guy all around. John Knight. Showing that he's more than just a Urel one trick this series, and so that's always refreshing to see. Cubico, pulling out the Ariel, pulling out those dirty shot calls. I love them, dude. And then Flyest Raven. Shout out to Flyest for subbing in. We really, really appreciate it. When we couldn't have Mason, we got you, Flyest. So shout out to you, dude. Really appreciate it. Shout out to the enemy team. They all played very, very well. And they really, really tried their hearts out. So shout out to them. Shout outs to you for hosting us, and shout out to NGS for hosting this amazing tournament. And that's it. That about does it.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for coming in for the interview today. Appreciate it, Treaded. And we'll catch you next time.
All right. See you around, dude.
Alrighty, folks. That's going to be it for game number 1, or match number 1 for me. We do have another one coming up here in about 25 minutes. So I'm going to shut down the stream and see if I can find someone to host. And just so that I can set up everything, it makes it easier for me to do the YouTube videos and stuff like that when I do that. So yeah, I'm gonna see if there's someone that can rate us, but definitely come back in about 25 minutes and we will have game number 2, Reborn Knights Red versus Reborn Knights White. If you haven't already, please do hit the follow button. And if you're feeling extra generous, bits, subs, and of course the tip jar at the bottom, very much appreciated. So let's pop on over to Nexus commentaries. Yeah, let's do that.